You're watching NBC for New York. And now, David Ushery, Pat Battle, and Joe Moreno. This is News Channel 4, Weekend Today in New York.
Alrighty then, time to talk about reverse mortgages because a lot of baby boomers are entering their golden years and they're choosing to stay in their homes and they want to spend that time in relative peace, and peace of mind really is what they want to have. So a lot of baby boomers are choosing to do that, and we're here to explain that to us is Jeff Lewis. He's chairman of Generation Mortgage. He's going to talk to us a little bit about just what is a reverse mortgage and who's seeking. And they're not available to everyone. We should point that out first. You need to be 62 and older in order to qualify, but there are some other qualifying points as well. What exactly is a reverse mortgage, Jeff?
Good morning, Pat.
How are you?
A reverse mortgage is a means for a senior to access the home equity that they've built up in their home over the years, either because they prudently paid down the mortgage that they had over time, and or because their home appreciated. And this generation of seniors are very fortunate in that up until very recently, their homes have been appreciating rather dramatically. So really across the country, we see a phenomenon of seniors who've built up a lot of wealth inside their homes.
Sure.
And it's actually what we call kind of the accidental IRA that is present for everybody in the United States.
And you can choose to take that in either a cash lump sum or a monthly payment, or you can actually take out a line of credit if indeed you qualify and are afforded a reverse mortgage, right?
That's right. A reverse mortgage is a means for a senior to access that home equity and yet remain in their home as long as they wish. The senior can either take out a lump sum or receive money over time. Reverse mortgage is really a line of credit, similar to a home equity line, except that the reverse mortgage doesn't require any payments. The payments, all the payments are paid back at the end when the senior leaves the home.
And that which brings us to this point. What are some of the pitfalls when you do decide to leave the home, or you pass away? Can your heirs still inherit your property? What happens after that?
Yes, the home is still yours. You don't give up the home. You don't give up title to the home. One of the common misconceptions that people have about reverse mortgages is that they have lost all their equity the moment that they enter into the transaction. But what happens in a reverse mortgage is the senior receives a line of credit, they receive access to funds, and to the extent that they draw those funds, interest starts to accrue on the balance. But the home is still theirs, and when they leave the home is sold. And the home equity that is available is either the seniors or the senior's heirs. If the heirs would like to retain the home, then they just simply have to pay off the balance on the reverse mortgage, and they can do that using a traditional mortgage. And
if the balance of the loan exceeds the value of the house?
If the balance of the loan exceeds the value of the house, it has no impact on the senior's tenancy. The senior has a lifelong right to remain in the house once they enter into this transaction. The negative of the loan exceeding the value of the home is that there isn't any home equity left for the heirs or for the senior if they leave the house. And there are also some tax issues that, as I think we've all seen in the recent mortgage crisis, that there are some tax issues that arise when borrowers are unable to pay back the entire balance. And so we counsel people to be educated about some of those tax issues.
Jeff, what are some of the other pitfalls of taking a reverse mortgage? It almost sounds too good to be true. Stay in your home, collect on the equity and move on when you're ready, with maybe just losing out your heirs. But what are some of the pitfalls?
Well, people need to take great care as far as their use of the proceeds of a reverse mortgage. For many people, accessing these funds is something of a last resort. So we really want people to use as little as possible to leave the money in the reverse mortgage and available for their use. Most reverse mortgages, including the most common, the government FHA program, have a growth rate on the money that is not used on the loan. So say a person has $100,000 available and only uses 20 at the closing, the other 80,000 actually grows in a kind of a virtual savings account. So most of the time people can do better as far as the rate that they receive implicitly by leaving the money than they can by actually taking the money out and putting it in the bank.
Fascinating. All right, Jeff, thank you so much. Jeff Lewis from Generation Mortgage. And when we come back,